Good morning, everybody. How you all doing, guys? How's things going? Welcome to the Pure Energy Healing Academy. Welcome to the YouTube channel. It's a lovely day. Had a great night's sleep. Went for breakfast this morning, and feeling on top of the world. Feeling it's so hot outside that my phone switched off and said it was overheating. That's how hot it is outside today. It's incredible. So I've got my Palo Santo sticks, my Palovites. They're outside because this time they came, and because the weather must be really bad in Peru, meaning that it's damp and raining, that they didn't fully dry out, the sticks. So they're now outside drying out lovely. So I'm so happy about that. Just so you're aware, my first ever set of my own sticks made to my specific requirements are now on their way. They are actually now filled with Moldavite. Yes! Slightly different sticks because there's a different mixture in there. They're a very powerful stick with my mixture. So these are the only ones in the world. So I'm so proud. The sticks I've got outside, I have to paint by hand the powder onto the sticks, and you're all loving it. So the new sticks that are coming out in the next couple of weeks are going to be, well, you'll see. It's a different level, even though those are the best in the world. These, the beautiful village that make them have said when they burnt them, they are absolutely amazing. So I'm so glad. Yeah, I had to do a little contract to say that, these are mine, and for nobody to take the design and the make and start, because so many people out there are trying to copy other people's stuff. And if it's not done correctly, I think, it's not going to be the same. And I think sometimes you have to be a bit careful with how people can be with certain things. And it's like, work, don't just steal people's things, work on something yourself. People are so quick to steal other people's stuff these days. I find it strange. It's almost lazy. Do you know what I mean? It's like, you don't want a quick pill and want to be enlightened. You want to work through that and experience everything. Well, that's the same with me, with my products. I work with each product separately to see if it works. Then I put certain things together and see if they work. And if they don't work, I just disregard it and think that doesn't work. So for somebody to come along and just take your stuff and think they can do what they want, and I think that's just so lazy. So I did listen for the first time in my life to a friend who said, you should patent this, you should make this your own so people don't steal it, because it's a certain mixture. And there's certain things that I will share, but other things that I don't want to, because this is a lifelong work. And it's like, I'm happy for people to share, and I do share. As you know, I share everything. I share nearly everything, but this time, there's certain things I'm going to keep as my little secret, I think, because I just think people are too quick to grab something else and then abuse it. Do you know what I mean? It's like, it's only about how much they can make and what, and a quick buck, and they get recognition for stuff. I kind of understand that to a degree. Like for me, I have no issue at all when people take my quotes and use it as their own. I think that's lovely. I don't, because they're not my quotes, they're spirit's quotes. They're for all of us to share, and if it uplifts people, that's beautiful. But this is a little bit different. I don't know why I'm going off on one. It's just that somebody told me to. I think I'm trying to convince myself. There's 8-9 million people in the world. What the hell? But sometimes I think it's nice when it's like when I see somebody who has a product and I try it, like Don Tolman, I give them recognition. I don't steal their product, and you know what I mean. Anyway, let's leave it. Let's talk about something beautiful and special and amazing. Let's talk about how we can improve our life, how we can grow stronger, how we can cleanse and clear, and the certain things that crystals certainly help with. That's for sure, no doubt. I think I might have mentioned this a long time ago, but I think I always like to bring this up because it's almost a scientific medical proof. Okay, so there was a lady who was a medical nurse who she smoked 20 to 40, maybe 60 cigarettes a day. She came to see me and she told me that she had an issue with a certain part of her body here and there. So it was the beginning of my learning through my clients. So I started the work with her. She laid down. Her name was Trina. And Trina lied down and I started the work. And I'm not sure if I have it here. Maybe it's not here, but I have another one here. And what this is, it's like a little pointer. It is clear quartz and it's a pointer. Okay, so I had a pointer very similar to this. Okay, and what I used to do is on her body, I used to take my hand and place it here like that and use this as like a very fine laser beam. Okay, so I'd be working on Trini's skin all over her body, and then I'd start my healing work and do my healing work and again go back to it. And I'm not so sure if I've shared this story with you, but after 3 months, she actually was on one of it's no, I don't know why it's gone, but it was on YouTube, and it was a documentary about me and my work and people who came along and, you know, basically told the truth. And what happened was, I didn't know this, I just worked on her to start with for 3 months. She told me after, well, she didn't tell me, she told the cameras. But I was using this all over her body, and oh, by the way, she was all fully clothed. So I didn't see anything. She had all the clothes on, but I was going all over her body at certain places and just doing this, not knowing why, just following this feeling that I needed to go certain places. So yeah, she went on a documentary and she started telling the director on the camera that I went to see Mark because he announced that to everybody in the Costa del Sol that he was giving free healing to anybody with cancer. And I did that for maybe 2 to 3 years. And the reason, well, I did it for the first year and I was telling everybody. And then two years after, I just continued. So it kind of went on for 3 years. And the people who were coming with cancer was all sorts of different cancers. She was just saying that Mark didn't know, but she wanted to tell me something, but I told her, no, don't tell me anything. I'll find it. That's my job. I don't want to know anything. You ruin it for me. Don't tell me. I need a clear canvas and to flow, and I know that spirit takes me to the right place. So anyway, she told on this documentary of, first of all, she had a big lump in her breast where I was always working there. And that lump was from the first time she went to have a scan. It showed the lump as 14 millimeters. And after 3 months, it went down to 2 millimeters. And they didn't have to operate. They weren't worried about it anymore. That was the first thing, which was really quite beautiful for me, because when I'm sat watching this edited version, they were editing it and I was allowed to watch it. I could see all these people saying the same things. It was quite amazing. I was really, like my heart was beating so fast and I couldn't believe, because, you know, people didn't really tell me because I didn't want to know. I just did my work and said, get off, you know, and whatever you need has been given, you know. So it wasn't like I needed ego or out, but this was the first time I was hearing all of these things. But what interested me more than the lump going down, the cancer lump going down, which was beautiful, was that she said that every single year she went for a checkup. And remember, she's a medical nurse, okay? And each year she had to have moles removed from all over her body every year, at least between 2 and 4 moles, at least every year. She said for the first 3 months of working with me, coming to my healing room, she went back and they looked at all her body and said there's no need to take anything away. First time ever. So you can see it as coincidence, or you can see it as that something actually did work. So my life has been one with crystals, working with them and seeing as a scientific proof that there is something in this. You may turn around and say, well, that must have been just coincidence. Well, there's a lot of bloody coincidences. I can share a lot of stories. And the thing is, I back it up with actual fact that my clients are my friends. And there's often been times that certain videos were shared about these people, and then I was bombarded on Facebook, social media, that it was a load of rubbish. And then the very same people who actually were cured from certain things came on because they're my friends and said, are you calling me a liar? And then they get their tail between their legs and they go off and running. So it does work. So why am I talking about this? Because this is something that you could go to your local crystal store and purchase. They are anywhere between 30 and 100, 150 euros, but they are well worth it. If you suffer with skin issues or any kind of issue with the skin, my daughter is another one. I think I told you about this before. My brother has got like a little strawberry here. And my daughter, when she was younger, was getting the same strawberry and it was getting bigger and bigger. It was like a red mark here. And one day she was getting a bit concerned about it. So I said, oh, let me just try and do this. Anyway, I did this only for 1 hour. And then a few weeks later, I said, look at yourself in the mirror. And she said, why? I said, just go and look. She said, what? I said, the strawberry, it's gone. She went, oh yeah. This has helped so many people. Now, why I'm saying it's helped so many people, it's not exactly the crystal, but it's the combination of the energy that you pull through, your belief system, your power of seeing the energy flow through, and you work on a certain place on the body. This could also be amazing for irritable bowel syndrome because you're directing the energy into your stomach, for heart issues, for eye issues, which I've helped with, tinnitus, which I have told you before. I had one guy who had traveled the world, Geneva, London, all of these places and spent hundreds of thousands. I gave him one healing session with this and my hands, and he said, Mark, it hasn't fixed it and cured it, but it's the best healing that I've ever had. And he was from Italy, this guy. So he was honest enough to say, no, it's still there, but it's eased more than anybody, that all of the drugs and all of the hypnotism and all that, everything that he had done, one healing session made the difference. So that was nice to know, and this played a part in it. I could go on and go on, but maybe you want to think about giving this a try. I would recommend this crystal because it's clear quartz. There's no interference. So your energy will go through this and then it will store that whatever comes through you to heal at a certain place will store in the crystal, because the crystal is like a memory. It's like a computer. So it will hold that memory in there. So every time you come to it and work with whatever you feel you need to work with, you know, if you've got tight jaw aching, you can work on your jaw area and trust me, it works. It works. Hand on heart, it works. You can work on your fellow brothers and sisters. Remember, don't become personal. Just work with it and just say, let me give it a try, see what happens. And then fully focus. Whatever you do, you're focusing on it being cleansed and cleared and nothing's there. If you focus on the pain and the suffering and the issue, then the issue will always be there. So what you're trying to do is totally erase that issue by saying you're clearing it away. So whatever you're looking at is disappearing. It's gone. It's gone. You're not looking at the issue. You're getting rid of the issue. The issue is going. So your intention, the flow of, if you believe the spirit world helping, the energy that's around you, it doesn't matter. I don't care what you believe, but just be open to it working and send your energy to it. Okay? Okay, that's the first thing. Did you enjoy that? It works, so give it a try. The second thing I would like to talk to you about today, the final thing, we're doing two things today, is how to cleanse, purify, and energize your water to a certain specific way. Now, when I started 15 years ago, I used to do this all the time when I was healing. So if you want to become a healer, if you want to heal your body, if you want to become more aware, this is a great thing to do. So you take a glass, okay, and you fill the glass with as pure water as possible, okay? So once your water is there, all done, okay, you take a crystal. Now, I'm gonna show you 3 crystals that I definitely worked with and it helped tremendously. The first crystal is this one here. They call it fluorite. Fluorite, do you see it? Beautiful crystal. Okay, so you pop it into the water and you make sure the crystal is washed and cleaned. Hot water, wash it so it's all clean, then you put it in there. Leave it in there, I would say, as long as you can. 20 minutes, half an hour. It's fine. And then you drink the water. Fluoride is a beautiful crystal that contains, for me, the energy of spirituality and healing in a mind, body, and spirit of peace. So it has twofold. It cleans your water. It helps you connect to your higher self, the spirit world, and brings in a nice inner peace. The second crystal, again, I'm going back to the clear quartz. Here's a nice piece of clear quartz on mother stone. That's gorgeous, right? Again, fresh water inside there, leave it half an hour, you drink it. This one purifies the water and then holds the memory of whatever is within the crystal. So within this crystal, it gives you not just purification of the body, but it helps you see. It brings clarity to your life. It helps clear away the worry, the fears, the issues. So this is a great crystal if you just want to feel not just re-energized, but you want to feel a fresh energy within your eyes, within your heart, within your body. So this is a great crystal to use for water. Okay. And finally, you probably already know, Moldavite. Now, when I first started, I used to drink Moldavite water all the time, and it totally blew me away, and it really helped me attune to a higher vibration. It helped me see more clearly as a healer and a psychic. So I was more attuned, I was more aware of the things that we don't see, and the spiritual, the heightened connection, the extraterrestrial energy. Don't be frightened of that word. We're all extraterrestrial, all of us. Nobody's from any world. We're from all over. So don't worry too much when you hear that. Don't start thinking aliens. You know, it's not what that's about. It's just a new energy which we don't really know about, which we're attuning to. This crystal will absolutely help that. The only issue I have with this is that sometimes you have to be extremely careful because it's so small that you might get it stuck in your mouth. So what I would suggest, it might go down your throat when you're drinking because you might forget about it. This, my dear friends, is something that, like any other crystal, doesn't have to be in the water. So what I used to do, because it's so small and you only need a... Are you kidding? That's weird. My brother printer just started. Okay, for no reason. Okay, so here you go. So you put it down on a flat table like this, and then you place your cup there. it works equally as well. My suggestion would be that. So for the bigger ones, I don't think you're going to make too big a mistake. It's not going to go down your throat and choke you when it's a nice big piece. But when it's a little piece, you have to be careful because we do forget. So even if you put it at the side, it will still energize it and it will still work in the same way. It is a powerful energy. And what happens is the crystal emits an energy of a wave, and that wave is a very unique wave. Same with fluoride, the same with any crystal. And the memory it holds in water, because water is crystal, it holds the memory of that. So when you're drinking that, it's going through your whole body, and your whole body is now a computer that is picking up the information or the energy that is the gift that now you're feeling, and it's reawakening you to that very, what we call vibration. And it works. It works. It truly works. All you need to do is look at my oils. Like so in here, they're my sacred oils filled with moldavites and tactites and crystals that are perfect for them. My other oils here, this is my abundance oil. All the crystals in there are abundant crystals. My cleansing oil here, everything in here is filled with cleansing crystals. In here, all the crystals in here are filled with healing crystals. And I'll just take you through here. Sorry, there's not much light on in here. But anyway, this is my new oil coming out shortly. This is filled with thousands and thousands of euros of Moldavites. This is my Moldavite oil. This is the beginning. This is my beautiful oil, which does at this moment has no crystals in at all, because I'm going to put them in very shortly. That's my awakening oil. There is one crystal above here and there is one crystal above here. So this is the way I start to work, and then I add the crystals. The crystals I add to them are purposely worked upon by myself. So I have to work upon, like now I have another few thousand of Moldavites. I've got them, I'm working on them, and then they'll go back into the Moldavite oil, and that's the energy of Moldavite. So when you receive your Moldavite oil, it's going to be filled with the energy of Moldavite. So here's the tip. Water plays the same role. It really does. It's energy. It holds that energy. Okay, not the same as oils, because they've been in the oils for months and months, sometimes years. And yes, these are like 13 years old. All my oils are like 13 years old. And I take a little bit of each of them oils and put them into all my other oils. So in theory, my oils are 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years old, because the first oil I ever made was from my mentor who had oils for 50 years. So you see, they're very old in energy. So everything that we do, in my opinion, it's a bit like wine. Sometimes you can leave it, and they say, like me, as I get older, I'm maturing like wine. So like water, even if you give it 10 or 15 minutes, it still works really well. So give that a try. So you're going to ask me about other crystals. Any crystal, in my opinion, apart from what I believe is this crystal, which is tektite. This is an absorber of negative energy. So I don't see water as being, unless you're drinking fluorinated water, which is poison, then that would be great to put in as well. But I would still stick with the fluoride, actually. But you know what? If you can, try and purify your water so you're not having to go down that path. This video, really, I want to concentrate on one thing, that is pure water, and then you're going to energize it with crystal energized water. It works, it works, it works. It works so well that so many people now are coming up with this great idea that they're making vessels with crystals inside. Brilliant idea. If you go and buy them, they're brilliant. They work. They really do. but they're like $80, $200, $300. There's a company in Germany that's now started making some gorgeous ones. They're 300, and if they're Moldavite, they're like 2,000 or 3,000. Look, you don't need to do that. Okay, if you're rich and you can afford it, then that's fine. But otherwise, you just need a little crystal and energize your water. But please don't leave the crystal in there if it's a small crystal, because the chances of you drinking that water and you forgetting and getting it stuck in your throat, I don't want to live with that, guys. Don't do that. So just put it next to your cup. There's another thing you could do, which I used to do, is get like, I'll just show you. Get yourself like something like this, and if you want to energize your crystal to, let's say you want to feel strong that day, you want to feel confident, you want to shine brighter, you want to get your power back, you feel a bit down, you want to get your power back, then fill a jar or a little tiny holder with a certain crystal. This one here now is holding, I'll just show you. You see that? It's called Tiger's Eye. A beautiful crystal to make you feel strong inside. It pumps you up, it gives you power. It's a great crystal. Don't knock this crystal. It's ready, available, and very good price. Fabulous crystal to pump you up and make you feel strong. So you fill your water up and you've already got your little, it's a great idea. And then you fill them up more and more with a certain crystal. Can you mix crystals? Of course you can. However, I like to use one particular crystal with whatever I'm doing. So if I was like, when I first started, I would have filled this up with Moldavite and then put that in when I'm drinking my water. Two things which is brilliant about this video, I really mean this. One, it's showing you how to work with crystals, and two, the most important thing, you don't drink enough water. Yes, I do. No, you don't. Most of us don't. So it's a great practice, because not only are you drinking the memory of whatever crystal that you've got in the water or around the water, which is filling your whole body, and then your body is healing and strengthening and changing its vibration. You're also drinking water which is so good for you and replenishes everything that needs to be cleared from your system. So my daughter posted something today which was really funny. It was something about you need to, if you want to get rid of frustration and anger, just drink tons of water all day long. And why? Because you'll be spending most of the time on the toilet instead of getting upset about things. I thought that makes sense. Drink loads of water, because I seem to be spending more time on the toilet than anyway in these days. But it's good for you because you're clearing away the toxins all the time. Your body's functioning really well. So please bear that in mind, guys. Okay. Anyway, I hope this video serves you well today. Love you all. Do you like my top? My new top? My new top. Every top's a new top these days. And to answer your question, yes, I've got as many tops as I've got crystals. Have a great day, guys, from my heart to yours. Thank you for subscribing to Mark Bajerski YouTube channel. Thank you for going to markbajerski.com and buying your beautiful, gorgeous Moldavites last night. You've chosen some beauties, and thank you for trusting in all my spiritual tools, crystals, and work. Thank you so much. Take care, guys. Have a great day. Bye.